So if you come from a design background like me, you always get this feel that you're never truly satisfied with your portfolio. Whenever you share your portfolio with someone, you're always like, yeah, I built that like a year ago, so it's not really truly up to date. And I remember around like 10 years ago when I was applying for my first design jobs, there were these websites where you can manually build out your templates. There was like, for example, cargo sites or WordPress that had a few templates that you can choose. And to be honest, you got some good options, but they were quite limiting in terms of customization. Then a couple of years ago came Webflow and then Framer. And then Framer, for example, has a bunch of different templates, free ones and paid ones that you can use to get started. And it's the customization is actually much more flexible here. But obviously there is a steep learning curve. You have to kind of understand the basics. But nowadays with AI tools, it's very, very easy to kind of get your portfolio site set up, get the structure right, you get the design right. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to build out your portfolio website using AI. We're going to be using a tool called Mocha, and our goal is to add some projects, maybe add a blog, maybe add like a contact section and an ability to book hours of consultation calls or to book a sprint with us. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. But before we get started, my name is Lucas and thanks for watching today's video. I actually have a Discord community where a bunch of different designers, developers, and creators from all around the world, and we get together every single weekday to talk about different tools, different topics, different challenges. So if you guys are interested in joining our creator network, link is down in the description below. Now, the first thing that we have to kind of draft out is the prompt that we're going to be using for our AI builder. And in order to do this, I usually tend to kind of draw out my sections first. So for example, as you can see here, I use excalidraw.com to kind of draw out a little diagram of how my website should look like. So I have, for example, my hero section with a profile image, full name, CTA for contact section, quick preview of latest projects. Then I have my projects section, about section, contact/pricing, where I'm going to add like my two different pricing tiers that I usually use, and blog and content. And so the projects is going to have a project individual project detail page and a blog page as well. And so all of this is going to be kind of, we have to translate this into English text. And this is going to be our structure part of the prompt. And we also have to kind of talk about these points as well, which are colors, typography, layout, spacing, and keywords, right? Keywords being an interesting one because for keywords, this kind of can define these as well. So let's say that you want like a green color and a serif typography, but our keyword is Scandinavian design. It's going to probably give us like a green that's more saturated. So if I search for Scandinavian green over here, you can kind of see that there's like a pattern. It's more of like a milky green, I would say. So these are just important things to kind of keep in mind when coming up with your prompt. And so for example, my keywords would be colors, black and whites. I don't want there to be like a brand color. I want it to be very simple. Typography, sans serif fonts, instrument sans is one that I really like. Layout, modular grid layout, spacing, larger white space between the sections, and keywords, style of Notion and dark mode. And now what I can do with this is I can take a screenshot of this whole little diagram that I just drew. And then I can go into ChatGPT, and you can also use Claude for this, for example, but I prefer to use ChatGPT. And we can upload our image and say, can you help me draft out a prompt? And basically just say that you want just one site with project detail pages and blog detail pages. And then you refer it to the instructions of the image, and then make sure that the prompt size is under 8 sentences and do not use any bullet points. I'm also going to write, make sure to not use any gradients, because sometimes I tend to add that in the prompt because sometimes the AI creates gradients and I really don't like the gradients that the AI makes. So we're going to go ahead and click on send. And this looks pretty good. Create a minimalistic black and white portfolio website. I can see that we have the structure over here. I can see that we have like specifications about the different pricing models that I offer. Stripe integration for payment, that's great. Blog content. So this looks pretty good. We're going to go ahead and copy this. And I'm going to go into Mocha and I'm going to start a new project. And I'm going to make sure that this is set to max. You can obviously have it at default, but I've made another video in the past that shows the results that max gives us, and I really like that. So I'm just going to choose max. I'm going to paste in the prompt that ChatGPT gave us. We also have some templates if you want to use that as well. And under inspiration, for example, we have portfolio website, which is also really good. And if I click on this, it gives us another prompt, which we could also probably try to use for ours. So for example, try to wow the audience is interesting. And also this sentence, I would say, is also really good to have So use stock photos and perfect UX design to exemplify my artistry. I like that as well. And then we can just remove the rest and then paste in our older template. And then let's attach that image. So I have my screenshot from earlier on. And now let's go ahead and submit this. And we start getting our portfolio looking very, very nice. So we have our hero section with the profile image, with my name, with a little description, with a call to action to my contact section, which doesn't say like contact me, it says start a project. So it's like a nice little copy for the button. It also added this section, which I didn't even think of, but I think is very useful. And it also shows my latest project with a slight little subtle animation, subtle hover effect that I asked it for. And as you can see down here, we still have these things that are still going to be built. And that's where Mocha kind of asks us what we want to build next. I want to build the bento style projects, for example. So let's just click on A, click on submit. And as you can see, we start getting our bento grid style and I love it. It's so like minimalistic, exactly what I wanted. Kind of like this Notion Vercel style. The animations look slick as well. And all we have to start doing now is just creating the other sections as well. And I like the strategy from Mocha of just building section by section because it presents you with the section and then you can just chat with it about this specific section instead of having to wait a long time for the whole website to be loaded. And now what we have to do is just create out the other sections. I really like the ones that they already created. All right, so now we have a good structure. We have our projects, we have our about section, we have our blog as well. We don't have our contact and pricing because I'm gonna show you how to integrate it to Stripe in a second. But we have our nice homepage design. There are a few things that I would want to change, for example, and what I can do is I can select this cursor over here and I can start selecting different things. And then, for example, instead of Alex Chen, my name is Lucas Marjorie. Click on update and it updates. And I can do the same thing down here to my about page. So I'm Lucas Marjorie. And then you can also start changing different things. You can even use ChatGPT to help you update this text. So for example, I can like take a screenshot of this and then go back into ChatGPT, paste in the screenshot and tell it to help me update this text. So I'm just gonna go back here and then paste this, update, and then go back here and start updating this. Maybe we can just use one of these, click on update and maybe delete these. And boom, we have our nice section here. Then for example, I can go into my Twitter account and copy my image address and then go back into Mocha and then say replace the profile image with this one. Click on paste, click on send. And then as you can see, now I get my real image over here and my real image down here as well, which is looking great. And then you can also make like little tweaks, like please make the profile image in the hero section circular and half the size. And boom, we get our little circular image over here with my name and with the description and all of that. And it just took 8 seconds to update, which is crazy. Now the next step is to add dynamic content because all of this right here is dynamic content, meaning it's like a CMS where we have a database and we can upload these different projects in our database and they all use like one same project detail page template. So for example, down here, I'm just going to click on create project detail page template. Click on submit. And now after 46 seconds, it basically says that it generated that. So we're going to click on one of these. And as you can see, it takes me to this blog detail page where we have the category, we have the title, we have a short description. It looks so slick and it's just crazy how it just generates this in seconds. And you can use this for your own website and it just looks top quality, right? Obviously, we just have to change the images to match our own projects and all of that. But once you do that, it looks very unique to your own style and just performs very well. So we're going to add the dynamic content as well to the blog section over here. So create blog detail page with YouTube embeds. And as you can see, we also get these nice, neat blog pages that also take us to the next page and so on and so forth. Now, the next thing that I want to do is adding that contact and pricing section where we do have to integrate Stripe. So let's first do this, submit this, it's going to start initializing. And then eventually down here, we're going to have a new section. And as you can see, we start getting our new pricing page with the $100 an hour and with the $3,000 per project. And as a final kind of next step here, it's the Stripe integration. So let's go ahead and do that. Click on submit. And once it's setting up Stripe inside of Mocha, you have to get your Stripe webhook secret, which basically you just have to open Stripe and search for webhooks And then you can start that process where you basically have to point to this URL. And I'm going to do that really quick just to kind of show you guys. So over here in Stripe, I'm just going to write tests. I'm going to paste this in here, click on continue. And then once we add those destinations, we can copy this. And then under settings, under secrets, we can paste it in here. And we can go back to the overview and copy our secret key and also paste it in here. Click on the check marks and you should be done. And now we can start publishing our project and testing it out. Now, once you add that preview link, you can see I can click on these different nav points and it takes me to the different sections. So I go down to contact and let's say that I want a $100 per hour consultation. I can click on get started and it takes me to that brand page that's connected to my sandbox because I don't want to connect it now to my main Stripe account because I showed you some API keys, but basically we get this. So it's working perfectly and we can go back and I can click on these different pages and I'm over here and I can see my different blog pages. I have these nice little subtle hover interactions. I can go to my next project, for example, and read a little bit more about that. Now, the next step here obviously is to continue refining your portfolio. Again, you can like select different things, change the email to be your own email, and change this to be like another piece of text over here, change your images and so on and so forth. But if you were to like, for example, hover over one of these, you see that it's white. And if I click on this, it says this dynamic content can't be edited. And it's because it's dynamic content. So the next step here to make our lives easier is to make the dynamic content editable. And for that, I'm going to build an admin panel for my own self to log in and to basically, add my new blog posts, my new projects, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to say, let's create an admin panel for me to add, remove, and edit projects, blogs, and pricing. Click on submit. So now I can do a admin login. I can continue with Google and I can log in with the email that I told it that should be the admin email, which is mine. And it logs in automatically. So I have my dashboard. I have my projects. I can add the projects. So for example, I can add a new project, give it a project title, short description, image URL, tags. I can edit all of this. So if I want to add more fields, I can do that as well, or even give me the opportunity to edit my own fields over here. For posts, it's also the same. We can even add a video ID for a YouTube video. And for the pricing, I can add an extra tier or I can edit the different tiers. And then we have this dashboard where we can basically see all of our different projects, blog posts, and pricing tiers. And again, I can just sign out and go back to the site. And basically I'm back in the site and I can see all of my different blogs or projects that I can eventually add to my site. So again, traditionally, you would have to spend days, if not weeks, building out your portfolio with different types of tools. I would always get stuck with WordPress. Then I would move to another thing, and then I would move to Webflow, and I had to learn Webflow. But it's insane how in 2026, you can just draw out the concept of your site, and you can tell an AI to kind of build out your site in a particular style based on the drawing that you made. And you can build this within an hour. I built this in 1 hour. It looks amazing. It has its own admin panel, which is crazy. And if I were to want to apply to different jobs, I can use this and I can just connect my custom domain, which is actually super easy. You can go to your settings over here and you can update your project name or your site name. You can give it like a preview image, and then under domains, you can add your domain. You can even buy a domain and connect it. So very, very simple. Hope you guys enjoyed today's workflow. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you next time. Goodbye.